All right, welcome back to another Icebox performance video. Today, myself, the ex-media specialist, and Will Garrett, president of the company, we're doing our monthly Radiator Shop giveaway. And so today we're gonna go ahead and give the lucky customer a call. Will's gonna go ahead and do that and maybe mess with him a little bit and, let him know that he won some, right, the knives, right?
The knives, yeah, today.
One of these nice Cochrane knife companies. Serial number with the Icebox, that's pretty neat right there. I'd have a couple of these at home, and so
yeah,
I'm jealous I don't have more, but maybe I start buying radiators.
That's right, yeah. Every chance is a lottery ticket to raffle ticket to win a knife. So I know it makes it difficult for whoever does your paperwork in the office. If I had a multiple order, a stock order, I'd do 17 invoices and make them go through 17 pieces of paper. That's 17 chances to win, right? So, yeah. No, it's man, it's gonna be a tough week. It's going to be your last video, right?
Yeah, last video.
I get the privilege to travel a fair amount, visit with different individuals, and whether it's owners of companies, CEOs of companies, or it could just be just the person that's actually making it happen behind the scenes. And I don't know how many times I've had the conversation where people have said, we love your guys' social media. I love what you're doing, man. That's so cool to see. And usually, again, you're on the other side of this. You're not sitting up here. So
they surprised me. They said they have to be in front of the camera today. So
yeah, Ty was picking on me a little bit, saying, "Get your energy, Will," and I kind of had a smirk. Like, so thanks, Vance, for the idea. Vance is behind the camera right now, sales manager. So I think this is a hard concept for a lot of business owners or anybody that's in training to really grasp. It took me years and years to get to the point where I'm excited as much for new people to start as I am for people to leave. We've kind of already had this conversation a little bit, and we went over this, but like it's a tendency of business owners to, or maybe somebody in management, maybe it's someone who just trained you out on the floor, to have the feeling, I put so much effort and time into this person. We just spent 3 years training. We just spent X amount of time. We did, and then the person leaves the company. And my feelings, at least my opinion on it is, if somebody is leaving to better themselves, that's America, isn't it? I mean, that's really what this country was founded on, was a better life. And if somebody is honestly making it better for themselves and their family, maybe it isn't always financial. Like sometimes people always think, what's financial? No, maybe it's doing something that you love, a passion. And I think that's where we're with you today. I know it's been how many years? 2 years at least that I'm aware of in the works.
It's been about 1.5 years, yeah.
That you've been working to try to find that place in law enforcement. Mm-hmm. I couldn't be happier. Number one, supporting law enforcement. As any of you follow and watch what we do, I mean, every Monday morning the company does the Pledge of, whether it's here in Sweet Home, whether it's Lynn County, whether it's the state of Oregon, whether it's federally. That's something that we do get behind here. And so to see one of our people, and I can say, I think there was a day probably 3 years ago, Ty came in here and the team here got around him and worked with him and helped build you into what I think is a lot more of a mature person.
No, I appreciate it, yeah, for sure.
And I'm proud to see where you've grown as a person. And
well, and the cool thing is too, is most people wouldn't think the media guys moving professions to go into law enforcement. Being here over the last 3 years, something that has helped me and learned is the way everyone gets around each other. Like Will was saying, it's like the teamwork and the community that's here is something that I'm excited that I've learned a lot of that to carry on to my next profession, is to work as a team and to back each other and back the community I'll be serving. As much as backing my fellow officers, it will also be, backing the community and taking care of them as well. And that Radiator Supply House had a huge help in, working on my teamwork skills. So
something that it's always, I shouldn't say the word always, it's been important to me for quite a few years now. And I heard it, and it came from Steve Jobs. And really in leadership, our job is to take good people and make great people out of them. That's what he said. It's a line that he carried with when he built Apple. It was taking good people and make great people. And when you really think about that, it's much, much more than Radiator Supply House. It's like when you take any one of us and we have the goal to be better tomorrow, well, we're not only better for the company we work for, which is a huge asset to the company, but most every case that I've witnessed is in, people are better in their family life, right? Whether it's their marriages, with their children, with their in-laws, all that, things work better. And then they're also a better asset, more of an asset to their community. Whether it's, watching Vance behind the scenes, we talked about it, I remember him starting here as, a young kid with kind of maybe a lack of sense of direction, and the direction was found, and bought his first house, and then now you sit on the Sweet Home Community Foundation board, the Chamber of Commerce board, and helps the community in those ways. And so when you have that philosophy as a company, and our leadership, our operating board has that belief of taking good people and making great people out of them, I believe everybody wins. But with that comes this situation where people find something that's maybe a little more passionate, or they're more passionate about, or somebody comes along and says, "Man, we love what you're doing there, man. We'll pay you a little more money, and we'll give you a little this and that." Well, that's great. That's America. I'm glad as a company we've come to that point.
I'm glad too.
Yeah. So, and I think that, I remember the day that the word kind of got out. I don't know how I'm going to tell this, but I think when everybody found out, it felt to me like that was a big weight took off your back.
Yeah.
Everybody was very supportive and open, which I know so many companies, man, that's what you hear. Like when we hire somebody, well, I'm going to go put my 2-week notice in. I think they're going to fire me as soon as I tell them that, right? Like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to quit on that terms, or why would you fire somebody on that terms? You're just burning bridges. So something that I know we still can work on ways to make it better. So
yeah,
every day better, right?
Every day better.
That's the motto. So let's do this. We're actually supposed to be calling somebody right now.
We're carried on.
Yeah.
Phone call.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a little fun. So this is Forx Radiator from North Dakota, somewhere up in the Dakotas. So they have a statue they made out of it, radiator parts and different parts and pieces, and the statue's name is Corey.
Fun fact, that's the name of our pond too, Corey Lake.
Corey Lake.
We'll get to that story another time.
That's a whole other story. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, that's when you bury a machine in the pond, right? They name it after you. All right. So do we tell them like we're from the North Dakota State Police Department looking for Corey?
I don't know if I can pull those cards yet. You can do it.
Yeah, I can get away with it.
Forx Radio, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, this is Officer John Mitchell with the North Dakota State Police Department. We're looking to speak with Corey.
With Corey?
Yeah, do you have a Corey there?
No, we don't.
You don't have a...
We have a Corey, which is a radiator man made out of old radiator cores. There's never been an actual Corey that works here, though.
Oh, so that's not a real person.
No.
Okay. Someone said we needed to have a visit with him, but I really think the truth was they said we need to talk to Mark. So this is Will Garrett
And Ty Moore.
Ty Moore from Radiator Supply House.
Right.
I don't know if you follow what we do here. We probably screw around more than we should, obviously, and try to call it work. But we do our monthly giveaway, and we do one for a radiator shop every month, and usually it's some item that we've kind of come up with. Sometimes we do our drum smokers. This month it's one of our custom handmade knife that is made by a local knife maker with some pretty neat. They're a serial numbered knife, and when they pulled the raffle tickets, your invoice for a Perkins gen set was the one that was pulled.
No way.
So, yeah. So it was kind of cool. I've seen your name popping up more and more, and
Yeah,
it's
we're just we're just a small shop. We've been here since 1972. I think was the first year Forx Radiator was actually in existence, and
wow.
We're rocking away. We're a busy little shop, and stay busy up here, that's for sure.
1972, I guess I just didn't realize that. There's not very many shops that have been around that long anymore here. I travel the country seeing a lot of radiator shops, and that says a lot about a company. Yeah.
I've been at it, I'm 44 years old now, and I worked here since I was 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
congratulations. That's awesome.
Took the company over about 2000, I don't know, 5, 6-ish, somewhere in there.
Wow.
And took it over from another guy that ran it for years, and just kind of got older, wanted to retire type of thing. And we kind of, obviously radiator repair is not what it used to be, like the radiator shops were disappearing and everything. So we needed full auto repair to kind of sub it out a little bit. So we got a full auto repair shop and a radiator shop, and between the two we keep 5 guys running around their heads cut off. So It's good.
Wow, that's great.
That's
That's
awesome.
great. Yeah, no, we have a very similar situation. Yeah, I was. It's funny. I just mentioned that at a conference. I think at a kid they injected lead into my blood and got me addicted, and you know that. Here we are. Yeah. So I didn't start when I was 14. I was about 16, but it might have been about the same year. I think I'm a year behind you. So I started in '96. Was my first year working in the industry. So no, well, this is something we do here at Radiator Supply House. Every month we do a giveaway for the radiator shops. So we actually do an overall giveaway for every invoice. And it's just something that we like to say thanks to our customers. It's one kind of just a creative way to do it. Tell you thank you. We appreciate your business, your support.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've seen your ads on it, whatever, and there's always a little, I don't know, certificate in when a box shows up or something like that, you know. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we've been using it kind of more and more over the years. We get a lot of oddball generator stuff, and you guys offer a lot of good aluminum alternatives and whatnot to it. So it's been, yeah. We'll keep on keeping on for sure.
Yeah, you bet. No,
You just wait till you see this knife. They're going to be really happy you've been getting rated.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. The knife maker uses elk shin bone for the handle, and it's a really just cool knife. So yeah, well, again, we appreciate your business. I will throw one last little punch. If you might have seen a text just come across, I actually just came across my phone here about 20 minutes ago, but we just launched our new app, mobile app, and it makes really easy just wherever you're at to look radiators up. If you're like 938G loader, you can just punch that in, pull it up on the app and see what we have available, or you can put the part number in, or yeah, just kind of a neat little feature to help out those people that want that.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. What's the name of the app on there when I search for it?
If you look for Radiator Supply House, it'll pop up.
Okay, sounds good.
So,
yeah, I'll do it up right now. So.
Cool. Well, Vance here will put that in the mail to you, and you should see this here in a few days. Well, we appreciate your business.
Congratulations.
All right.
You bet. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Keep Corey safe there. So.
I will.
Yep.
Hey, what's your number? I'll text you a picture of him. You get a kick out of him. Sounds good. I'll kick it off to you right now.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Mark.
it. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You bet.
Heck yeah.
Oh man, so that's how it's done here at Radiator Supply House. You know, I'm glad we get tie-in on this. And
I'm glad Corey's not in trouble.
Corey's not in trouble, so yeah, one day I'm gonna get myself in trouble. They're gonna come. I'm gonna have 34 felonies and a bullet hole or something. So yeah, no, that's again, this is just a way to say thank you to customers, and I think that it's something we all could do a better job at. You know, just appreciation. We talked about validation of whether it's within the company, of just telling your staff, fellow employees, you know, hey, good job. You know, thanks. You know, you got me out of a bind today, whether it's from department to department. That's a big lack in companies that we hear about is, you know, from sales to production, you know, people just showing appreciation, saying thank you, man. You got me out of that bind.
Yeah.
Got us, you know, and I go back to what Dave Kindig told us. And I think it's a great maybe quote to end on this here. And when things like this come up, like this is fun right now, but we win as a team, we lose as a team. And it's so true. You know, it's not some individual, it's something that's collectively, you know, we do this as a whole. It's a team effort. And I believe that's what we have here at Radiator Supply House. So,
Yes, we do.
all right. Well, found my sheriff mug. So not quite sheriff, but good luck to your next adventure.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate it. Good
Always
luck to the
appreciated
rest of
having you
you.
here, man.
Yeah.
All right. You can come down here, but without handcuffs.
Deal.
All right, we'll see you on the next one. You can't just get away from that, huh? Right? You need to cut that out.
My mic fell.